Okay, with all this warmongering rhetoric going on over Russia and Ukraine, I felt I wanted to discuss how we kind of got here, especially in light of our political leaders all pointing the finger at Russia for starting it all, aided and abetted by the BBC and the rest of the waste of time lamestream media. Let's start with NATO. It's the North Atlantic Treaty Organization and is grown to some 30 countries spanning North America and Europe. It was formed after World War II in case Germany or Russia got any big ideas about attacking anyone on such a scale ever again, and of course gave the West a sense of security as Germany went through division followed by reunification, and of course the Cold War tensions with Russia. Clearly NATO has never been an ally to Russia. To them it's a threat on its doorstep. To us in the West, we've been taught to fear Russia in the same light, so even though the Cold War is now over, that distrust remains and continues to be propagated. Now, Germany, as many will know, was once split between East and West. West Germany joined NATO in 1955, but in 1990, a deal was struck quid pro quo with the then Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbechev to allow the country to reunify as long as NATO didn't move 1 inch closer to Russia's borders. The Berlin Wall came down, East Germany was reunified with West, and NATO promptly moved its borders east anyway to encompass the whole of reunified Germany against the promise made to the Soviet Union. Despite the Cold War being over, the continued expansion of NATO towards Russia is seen by them as threatening, as an attempt to isolate them. To Germany unified, Poland, Hungary and the Czech Republic joined in 1999, expanding further east. Estonia, Latvia and Lithuania joined in 2004, placing NATO on Russia's border for the first time. And now we come to Ukraine. The tiny border with Latvia and Estonia might bother Russia a bit, but the huge border with Ukraine is definitely threatening. Now remember, the West promised not to expand past West Germany. They broke that promise, not Russia. With US assistance, the Ukrainian government was overthrown in 2014, quickly followed by the annexation of Crimea as a puppet government was installed by the US, a government with literal Nazis in its armed forces. They sport swastikas, SS thunderbolts, the lot. This is who Biden, Johnson, Starmer and the rest hawking for war would see us allied to. Russia has been provoked for decades by the West, and goodness knows I'm no fan of Putin at all. He's awful in a lot of ways, but this issue needs to be seen in the correct context. Russia remains within its borders. Unlike us, we've troops in Ukraine. If Ukraine, controlled by the US, moves to join NATO, actually endangering its citizens if it does so, then this is where the risk of war is coming from. And it'll have been engineered by Western leaders over decades to happen that way.